Yo, it's your boy Rush. I'm in the building with this young king right here. SNS Icy Gang, you know what I mean? He's official,
Yeah,
straight from Harlem. You already know he got swag like on 1,000, you heard? Hey, yo,
for
talk to the people
sure.
out here.
What's going on, world? It's your boy SnS, the Icy Gang family, repping Harlem. You know what I'm saying? One of the MCs in New York that's putting on for the city in the right way. You know what I'm saying?
Word up. Yo, I see you doing your thing out here, man. You bubbling in these streets right here, you heard? So,
Yeah.
yo, yo, my first question for you is, how did you end up getting into the game and establishing everything on a professional level? Talk to me.
I mean, well, I started writing raps at 12. I started really like recording music at like 16. And my first like one of my first songs was called Let's Talk Money, and it hit the radio. I was like 17. So and like in Harlem, you couldn't have like a popular record in Harlem and then not follow up after that. You know what I mean? They'll fry you, they'll roast you and stuff like that in Harlem. So at that point when I got on the radio, which was something fast that I didn't really expect, I just kept going at that point. I had no choice but to keep going. You know what I'm saying? I was a little shy at that point, but as the
Hmm.
years went by, I was just, you know what I'm saying, on it, going it, wound up turning into that artist that I always wanted to be. So, at that after that, fast forward to like I want to say 2010, 2011. I want to say 2011 is when things started to look more serious and promising for me, like as an artist and stuff like that. Because then I had to start doing like interviews and things like that. That was on prominent platforms and stuff. So that's when I felt like, all right, this is my real rap career right here. You know what I'm saying?
Word
And that
up, cause
was
I seen you with the Drama King, man. Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
you was
yeah,
killing the freestyles on there. Them balls was on fire.
yeah. I
Know what I mean?
appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Big shouts to the Drama King, man. He's been showing me love since I was 17. He was like one of the first five DJs period to spin me period. So I would say he was like the second or third DJ to play me on the radio, and and maybe like the third DJ period one of the first out of the first five to really just support me period. You know what I'm saying? And it was big too for me because I'm a like I'm a super mixtape head. Like when I was coming up, like after once I was told I couldn't play with like action figures no more, that was the next thing I was buying, like which was
Word out.
mixtapes and stuff like that. So K
Yeah, I
Slay was
come
like
from
a
that era
big
too. That the whole mixtape era. You know, DJ
yeah, man.
Evil, Funk Flex, 60 minutes of
Yeah,
funk. I mean,
yeah, man.
classic joints. Know what I mean, yeah, I
Yeah,
came
like
up
K
on that
Slay was
too. Know
one
what
of
I mean?
those for sure. Like K Slay was one of those people that I was heavily a fan of when it came to mixtapes. I used to love like so I love the competitive part of like hip hop. So I used to love all the battling that they were doing, all the rappers was doing to each other from Nas and Hove to
Right,
Kiss
right.
and Beans. So there was a DJ named DJ P Cutter. He had a mixtape series called Street Wars that I used to buy
Yo,
faithfully.
I remember that.
You know,
That's when
yeah,
I don't know if you remember, but Mixtape Kings, they
yeah,
used to put out mad mixtapes back in the day. And
yeah,
that was the
bro.
wave. Yeah.
Yeah, so I was heavy on the Street Wars just to see who was
I
battling at
didn't know,
that point.
I didn't know that was P Cutter joint. I
Yeah,
know
that
he
was P
was about
Cutter
to get
joint.
sued by Star Wars. That's why he
Yeah,
spells it a certain way so that he don't get caught
yeah.
up in
He had
that
he had a few
one.
problems with that because he was big on like post supporting diss records from Cuban Links, and Cuban Links was dissing Fat Joe at the time, and
Yeah, yeah.
K Slay was cool with Fat Joe heavy at this time. So
Mhm.
while he playing Cuban Links and Cuban Links is dissing K Slay and Fat Joe, that got P Cutter into some problems with K Slay and things like that. But I was buying both of them. That it wouldn't be no Street Wars if it wasn't for the Drama King. Key was the one first doing all of those and stuff like that.
Right,
But
right.
he would give you other than just records where people battling. He giving you like exclusive records. Like before I used to go to sleep to school because K Slay used to be all the time like that midnight, like Thursday, that midnight, that Friday midnight going into
Right,
Friday.
right.
he would be there every night on the radio. So the times that I couldn't stay up and listen, I would tape them and listen to them the next day. That's how much of a music head I was.
Yo, you said tape them, yo. Yeah, I remember we used to record things on the cassettes.
Yeah, mind you, it was like super CD era at this time, but that was the only way you could tape something. To still have it, you still had to tape it. So that's what I had to do on the radio, is tape them, you know what I'm saying, and listen to, because I could not afford to miss the exclusives that K Slay was giving out. You know what I'm saying? He was very early on them, and I always wanted to be early on the music before it started really reaching to the general public. So being on K Slay's platform was just like full circle for me, because that was that was something I grew up on. You know what I'm saying? From him to doing flex, to doing Sway in the Morning. These are guys that I grew up on watching, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it was just dope. Doing these things is it lets you know, it's to a certain extent at that point, I'm I made it in my head at that point.
Right. It's a confirmation that you're making some power moves, dealing with people, key plays within the game. I mean,
absolutely.
And definitely, K Slay, Funk Flex, those are your major pieces to facilitate yourself within the industry.
Especially from New York, you know what I'm saying?
Especially in New York,
You know what I'm saying? Coming from New York, those are the guys you want to have, you know what I mean? And you got to think, people like K Slay and Flex play for kind of two different audiences. So it's you got Flex that's more so super on a party tip. And people that want to go get ready for the clubs and stuff like that, they're gonna listen to Flex. Whereas Slay's giving us that music that necessarily might not get to Flex, but Slay gonna play it. And it's just, and at that time of coming up, mixtapes was damn near just as prominent as the albums.
Matter of fact, the mixtapes was way more important than the albums. You know what I mean?
To me, in a non-industry standpoint, to me it was, because I felt like all the rappers had the freedom to do whatever they want on a mixtape.
Right.
The album, you had to be, you know what I mean? You had to give them a somewhat of a single and things like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And on top of that, certain beats people will sample. The original artist will want to check for that, so they may not sign it off for you guys to
on the album,
put it out.
So you can put it on the mixtape, and then you get to see some of your favorite rappers freestyle on the records that are already out at that point. So you get to see them So I was heavy in that. Who Kid was somebody else that I would buy all the time, because he was just giving me mad GUnit at the time, and I was a super GUnit fan as well. So. You know what I mean? Right. It was definitely a few DJs.
Definitely GUnit, 50 and GUnit definitely changed the mixtape scene. Even he was prominent within the mass media on the underground circuit. He had it on Smash.
Absolutely, absolutely. At the point in time when 50 had just got signed to Eminem, I was living with my grandma for a couple months in South Carolina, and Eminem was already big to them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So they wasn't familiar with 50 yet. So when I'm coming up there, because I would go there, I would come back to the city during certain holidays, and at that time I had to go buy all the mixtapes and come back to South Carolina, because I know I'm not going to be able to hear all of this music that I want to hear back in the city. So I had to bring the mixtapes, and 50 was killing them. So I was but I already knew who 50 Cent was from How to Rob. You know what I'm
saying? That's actually the single off the album Power of a Dollar.
Absolutely. And
classic album.
Classic. And it was on the Any Given, the Into Deep soundtrack. It's on the Into Deep soundtrack.
Mm-hmm. I know what record you're talking about. It's the joint he shot in Mexico, right?
Yeah, I feel like it was because I know he had two on it. He had How to Rob, and he had I feel like it was Guess Who's Back, but I might be wrong.
It's not Guess Who Back. It's that other record. He shot the video in Mexico, and Tony Yayo did the cameo.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Trust me, I remember the movie In Too Deep back in the
bro.
day, man. It's like
bro.
I watched it yesterday. Like I'm not
Real
gonna
talk.
forget.
And it's like these records was like prominent. So I was like, I was at the time Xbox was popular, so I had both at the PlayStation and Xbox. But Xbox, you was able to download the records off a CD to the Xbox. So I downloaded all the 50 joints and all that. So I was able to I was putting people on in South Carolina onto who he was. By the time I left, Get Rich or Die Trying had just dropped. So I already knew once I'm back in the army, like, I already know he's killing it out there in South Carolina by then. You know what I'm saying? So I was like heavy on mixtapes at that time. So that type of era, that type of mindset of just being able to do both is something that I was big on. Like, you know what I'm saying? So being on those platforms, fast forward to me was like one of those big stepping stones until I started getting paid for it. Then when I started getting paid, I'm like, nah, this is where, you know what I mean? This is where you want to be, start making money off of what you love.
Word out. And it's not even really working, man. You're just doing what you do. You know what I mean? It doesn't feel like work. You know what I mean?
Nah, never.
And that's it's a blessing to be able to,
for sure.
Get paid for something that you love doing. Because if you love doing something, it's not gonna feel like you working. It's feeling like another regular day having fun. I mean,
absolutely. It only starts feeling like work when, like, the politics and the industry of stuff get involved, because that's when it starts feeling like work. But as far as like the creative process and just seeing the fans react to your joint, like, I could never get tired of that.
Word out. Yo, you got a record right now that's circulating with Dave East.
Yeah.
Yo, how'd you end up making that connection, man?
Well, so to be honest, like, the first time I seen East was I'm in my hood, and like my cousin is just getting arrested while things happen. He's getting arrested. I'm talking crazy to the police. Like, yo, he ain't even do nothing. They like, listen, if you want to go with him, if you don't want to go with him, take a walk down the block. So I'm still talking, and then my cousin was like, yo, S, just walk, bro, just walk. Like, so I walked to the corner. We in the middle of the block, so I walked to the corner, and while I'm at the corner, he's driving. He in a Range Rover. I think he just got signed to Nas. So he driving.
Oh, so you was there when he got signed?
Like, I knew him once he got signed. Like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know him prior to that. So while I'm in my hood, he had just got signed to Nas, like maybe like I think within that month. So when he's driving, he stopped and say, yo, what up? Right then and there, I'm like, oh, he know me. You know what I'm saying? And like, cause I'm popular in Harlem, so like, you know what I'm saying, for doing a lot of what I'm doing and stuff like that. But people like East and some of the other guys, you wouldn't know if they know you or not. I don't walk around thinking that everybody's supposed to know me. You know what I'm saying? So when he stopped and said, yo, what up? I knew right then and there, oh, he know me. So I spoke to him and like that, and we just kept a real good rapport as like period. And then like what he loved about me is, you know what I'm saying, when I come around him, I'm more so there for the music. Like, I'm like, cause I was a fan of East before us being cool. So I had to, you know what I mean? So, and that's for something for us to even do a song, I gotta be somewhat of a fan of you. You know what I'm saying? So we was, so once we started building that rapport, we definitely talked about doing some music. I went to his listening party at the time. I think Paranoia was out, and I came over there.
That was a pretty good album.
Nah, definitely. So I was big on. I had to go listen to it myself. You know what I'm saying, up close. So he invited me, and I came through, and that's when we really got a chance to like really kick it and stuff like that. And from that point on, we when we recorded our first record, it was like it was just love. It was genuine. Everybody rocked with it. We did the video. Everybody rocked with us. You know what I'm saying? Fast forward to now, I got an exclusive record with it's me, him, and Jim Jones and the Tuck. Ready, so you know what I mean.
Word.
So big shout outs to East.
Word out. Now there's another record that I like. I've been hearing on the radio a few times. It's called Coquito. Yes. Yo, like first of all, who made that beat? And second of all, I noticed that in the video you're promoting a bottle with a. So you got your own liquor line or something, man?
Nah. So boom. All right. So when my man from CT, his name is Diddy Broker, he made the beat. he had sent me the beat, and when he sent it to me, I'm like, oh, it's that pun, it's that 100%. Now, mind you, that's not a pun record that I hear a lot of people flip like that. I hear people flip, still not a player, it's so hard. Even Deep Cover, I've seen people flip. I haven't heard a lot of people flip the 100% with Tony Sunshine. So when I heard that and I heard the way it dropped, I was like, oh, I already know what to do to this.
Right.
In my neighborhood, my Latinos nickname me Frecofino. That's like my little alias. So,
okay.
So it means slim fresh in Spanish. So when that song came on, when that beat came on, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm about to get on my Frecofino bag in this and just really tap in, just to have that gap between the Latinos and the African Americans. You know what I'm saying? So I with doing that, I knew the record was gonna come out smooth. And when I did it, it came out literally exactly how I envisioned it. That don't really happen a lot of times, but that was one of those where it literally came out the exact way I wanted it to come out. And it was just one of those records where I'm like, I called it. I kind of knew like, yo, this was gonna be a record that people was gonna rock with. One, because of the cadence of it. It's one of those New York bops that could be in the clubs. And it's a record, so it will turn up the nightclub, because right now in New York, just period, in the East Coast,
I can see that when niggas rocking to that.
That's what I'm saying. It's like the popular type of club vibe in the East Coast right now is strip clubs, due to the Atlanta and the South.
Right.
So with records like that, it helps bring the nightclubs back. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I already had a niche with this type of sound when I did Love Come Down years ago. So when I did Love Come, so with that type of niche, I'm like, when I heard people were saying like this is a breath of fresh air to them. So I knew with Coquito that was gonna give that same type of vibe where it's like a breath of fresh air. It don't sound like what's going on right now from New York. Right now from New York, you get a lot of drill records and stuff like that right now in the city.
It's the wave right now.
And I ain't got nothing against it. Like I do all of it. Like I'm a
I've heard a few of your joints.
Yeah, so I do all
the drill circuit too. I mean,
I'm just
nice with it.
I appreciate that, bro. It's me just being an MC, bro. It's like I feel like if you know how to rap and you great at making songs, I don't think you have no problem. It's not even a gap then at that point. You know what I'm saying? I think the people who don't know how to create or work around some of these beats, they have to adapt. But when like me, I got flows already, like multiple flows that I get into different pockets.
I can tell you're a real fan of music, period.
100%.
Because I can, and that's what makes an artist great, because he's more of a fan than an actual artist. Know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And I feel like that makes the best. Hold on. I gotta say this. That record you did, So Harlem, got the lungs in the choke.
That's the bars. You know what I'm saying? That's the
bars. Listen. Your flow pattern on that was remarkable. You get an A+ for that right there.
I appreciate that, bro.
Straight up.
I'm trying to give a vibe to where like what if Big L was alive rapping on modern type of beats? That type of vibe where like Big L is giving you bars, but he's able to flip these flows different ways. Now, like, mind you, I wasn't a huge like Big L fan because of I didn't like his beat selection, but I felt like his lyrical ability was always like top notch.
Yeah, to me, his other than him making those albums, Children of the Corn, with Fat Joe and everybody else, the classic album from Big L would be The Big Picture. There's a record called Tragedies of a Dice Game. Yo, that would make him one of the best storytelling rappers ever. Know what I mean?
Yeah. And what's so crazy is like I'm just trying to like, give my goal is always to give people a favorite SnS record. So like me, I don't be caring what it really is, because I love when two different people argue or debate about their favorite SNS record, and it's two different records. You know what I'm saying? Like I get the satisfaction of that. Like say for example, like you could say, yo, I love So Harlem, and then somebody else goes, well, I ain't gonna lie, I like Coquito better, and then y'all sit there and debate. Me, I get the satisfaction of it because I know I made two people's day, two different people that got a two different favorite record from me. That it lets me know, it makes me more versatile than, you know what I mean, than the average artist. Like, and right now in New York, it's kind of tough to be that because a lot of New York artists don't know how to do that. It's like it's I think it's a handful. Like it's for the most part, I won't want to call New York one trick ponies, but for lack of a better term, I'm gonna say that it's like the rappers in New York, they can rap really well, but they can't really make songs like that. It's
right.
They're not good at making hooks and things of that nature.
There's a stigma within. You know what? I don't want to say because.
No, let me know.
Yo, you know, okay, there's a stigma with battle rappers. Like, yo, Pen Game be on 1,000, but when it comes to making a record,
but that's a real thing. That's a real thing. So in New York, it don't even be just the battle rappers. It be like because of the people that found success in like a Davies and like a Griselda, you have rappers now that open the floodgates for artists to be lyrically nice and be able to find the lane. The problem is those rappers don't be wanting the Benny the Butcher and Dave East lane. They rap like them, but want to be like a JayZ or a 50 Cent. How are you gonna do that with no hit records?
Right.
You know what I mean?
And you got to be able to make a smash.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Think about all the people that we grew up and love that are top-notch people. From Biggie Smalls. Biggie is one of the best rappers lyrically, but gave us hit records. JayZ, same thing.
But you got to remember, Big wasn't too far making commercial records.
No, he
really had to. You know what I mean? He had to force you to make those kind of records.
And the crazy part about that is we keep overlooking that Puff genius, but like Biggie would have figured that out. No, he had already a certain mindset of a certain sound that he thought that fit best for him. Puff, like, no, I see more than that coming from you. Right. And damn near had to, like, you know, stay on him about it. And when he did it, thank God, because it's like at that time, Biggie was damn near one of the only high-selling rappers coming out of New York, battling with the West Coast.
Right. Yeah, I remember that era. I come from that era too. You know
what I'm saying? So for them, for Biggie and all of them, it's like that helps. Like so for rappers that be looking up to these guys, I be wanting to tell them, like, yo, bro, you know, Biggie wouldn't have been Biggie if he didn't have not only Machine Gun Funk, but One More Chance. Not only did he have Warning, but he had Party and Bullshit and Gypsy and Hypnotize. And he had Pray on My Downfall, but he also, you know what I'm saying? He had to have a plethora and variety of different records to become who he is that we love him for. Right. Same thing with a JayZ, with a DMX. Like, we talking about we talking about guys that are lyrically inclined, but gave you smash hit records.
Yeah, give you smash records. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, you're right.
So that's where I'm at. Like, that's the people like the Fabulous and the 50 Cents. These guys did that after the Biggies and the Jays and them. Like, these are the people that did that. The Cam'rons, like Cam'ron damn near stopped being as lyrical as he was during SDE and Confessions of Fire to really focus on the hits, because
Confession of Fire is an incredible record. There's a record Cam did, right? He was talking to death, right?
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about.
That record, I'm like, that you know, niggas don't even make records like that no more, man. It was so creative. I mean,
they don't, and that's the thing. Like, for me, I'll be having those records, saving those for like the biggest time, because I know they're gonna hit. Like, I know that I read the room, bro. Like, I know this generation. This generation you gotta spoon feed them a lot of the realness, a lot of the bars. You gotta spoon feed them the bars, spoon feed them those storytelling records. You know what I'm saying? You gotta spoon feed them that.
The new generation, they're not with that.
Yeah, because if you just
that.
You gotta really treat the new generation like children, like babies. Like if you try to just stuff, you ever seen a parent just try to push a whole meal onto a kid, and then that kid don't like that meal, but it got mad vegetables and stuff on it. They ain't really wanting it because they're a kid. But if you mix it with some stuff that they like, they don't even know that they getting the protein and all the vegetables and all the stuff. Right. Because you know what I'm saying? You gotta spoon feed it to them because that's the best way for them to get it right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then when you got when you got the power on like a Drake, Kendrick, J. Cole level where you could damn near do no wrong, that's when you could damn near push. Now you can push anything at that point because whatever you say, they're gonna follow. But you gotta do it at the time that you got everybody at the palm of your hands. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Word out. I like your intellect, Young King, man. Definitely dropping some jewels right now, I mean.
Nah, I appreciate it, man. Definitely.
Word out. I noticed a lot of the records you made. There's a dude you wrote with called Rich Ice. Like,
yes.
Did y'all grow up together or?
So that's my partner in the Icy Gang family. If we was like the Dips, I'm Cam and he's Jim. You know what I'm saying? I'm Killer Cam and he's Capo. So you know what I'm saying? Like, we both the partners of this Icy Gang family. We from two different blocks. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Skrilla Hill. That's on St. Nicholas Terrace, and he's from St. Nicholas Projects. It's really like down the block from each other.
Yeah, both of them from St. Nick.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But it's like in Harlem, like it's separate. Like St. Nick Projects is on 8th Avenue. St. Nicholas Terrace is literally what it is on St. Nicholas Terrace. You know what I'm saying? So we from different neighborhoods. I'm from where they shot the movie Juice at. You know what I'm saying? Old Man Quillet's store and all that. All that is my neighborhood. Now Ice is from where Teddy Riley is from and people like that. So but his blood brother is from my neighborhood. His uncle is from my neighborhood and they grew up with my family. So we damn near it was damn near like it was written for us to link up with each other. At first I was just producing records for him. I was doing my own music, my own rap.
Wait a minute, so you make beats too?
Yeah, I do.
Wow, okay.
I actually
you get into the bag in every lane you can.
Yeah, I produced my Love Come Down record for myself. So yeah, I do definitely know how to produce and stuff like that. So I was producing for him at first, and then but he knew I was rapping. So when he said like, yo, let's do a record with each other, we did like 2. And then the streets was just loving our chemistry. So we just instantly like, yo, we gotta do this together. You know what I'm saying? So we 2 separate rappers, but we have our umbrella that we our own label that we put together with Icy Gang Records, where it has.
Okay, so Icy Gang is an official company.
Yeah,
that's your company.
Absolutely.
Word out.
Me and Rich Ice are the CEOs and the founders. You know what I mean? So it's like, and then we got like our Freaky Zeke would be my guy Ty. Like he don't rap or nothing like that, but he like the Freaky Zeke of the crew. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
So it's me, myself, Rich Ice, it's Fly Ty, it's Fly the Mayor, it's AIGs, it's Joey Vuitton. We got a South African artist by the name of Rod Vila.
Okay, now your African artist, does he just make Afro beats or he does anything?
Nah, he like a spitter. He like one of us.
Oh, he got bars. Okay.
Yeah, he like one of us. It shocked me. You know what I'm saying? Like it shocked me when I heard him. Like I'm like, yo, he rapping. I told Ice like, yo, we might gotta like keep him with us. The more we grow and we get on, like he'll be the biggest thing in his town aside from like Movado and stuff like that. But he'll be very big at what he do because I haven't seen nobody do what he do from South Africa. Nah, you know what I'm saying? So you know what I mean? I definitely want to. I don't know if he does Afro beats. I'm pretty sure he do, but for the most part, he be rapping, he do trap rap, he done did drill, like he do what we do out here. He just out in South Africa. So, and I love his confidence. They swag, they really create their own little style out there. So I really me and Ice really support them because we know how bad they want to come to the States, but we be wanting them to yo, keep turning up in Africa, bro. Because when we turn up out here, you're gonna be the biggest thing. When we come out there, you're with us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you're gonna be the guys out there in y'all area. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, similar to what Dipset did with SAS.
SAS, you know what I'm saying? Exactly. So that's the type of vibe we trying to be on with them. You know what I'm saying? Because my man Rockefeller has his own movement out there called Rare Breed. So we want to keep having them. You know what I mean? Keep pushing it. Definitely have him collaborate with more the gang and stuff like that. Do more records with us and stuff. We both did records with him, so we want to keep on. We want to keep on vibing. I know me personally, because I got my passport. I plan to go out there one of these soon.
Word up.
You know what I'm saying? And we got a Japanese producer as well. His name is Damie. We've been rocking with him since 2014. He don't speak no English.
I know Japan. They got a little hip hop bebop thing going out
there. They
love
be
dancing and stuff like that. Yeah,
they love hip hop out there in Japan. It's so crazy. They support the real essence of hip hop. You know?
I peeped that too. Yeah, I be hearing some Japanese rap, even though I don't understand what they saying. Yo, it sound like it's fire.
It sound like it's fire. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
I
be trying to be tapped into what's going on out there. My producer out there, he be sending. He got an artist that he be rocking with. I be trying to stay in tune with him and stuff like that as well. And yeah, man, we just trying to grow this label one way. You know what I mean? One day at a time, and just stay do a lot of things in house, so that way. When these bigger bags start coming around, we able to pay our label first.
Word, man. I mean, yo, you definitely your state of mind, man. It's amazing, man, because that's how a lot of these indie companies came up. Especially like Rockefeller. Know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
And it's always Harlem niggas making a move like that. They ain't from Harlem. Nah, man.
We have to it's like bro, it's like even right now, I tell my squad, yo, we gotta work twice as hard because when somebody from Harlem makes it, it's rare. We don't produce a lot of superstars consistently like a Brooklyn does or the Bronx or Queens. If you think about it in the grand scheme of things of hip hop. It's for the most part, it's probably, I want to say 20 rappers in total that became stars out of Harlem versus the other boroughs, with the exception of Staten Island, because it's really only been Wu-Tang that came out of there that was
right.
But
Staten Island,
Staten Island. But when you think about in Queens, you got to think about from the MC Shans and the LL Cool J's all up until Nicki Minaj, you know what I'm saying? And everyone in between there, from the LLs, Ja Rules, Nas, all 50 Cents, you know what I mean? There's so many people in Queens. And then you got Brooklyn, where you got Biggie, Smith and Wesson, JayZ, M.O.P.
Hold on. Yo, most people ain't gonna know Smith and Wesson. They gonna remember Coco Brothers though.
The Coco Brothers, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm a real hip hop fan, bro. So I be knowing, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Black Moon, another Brooklyn, there's so many Brooklyn, artists that came out even down in this generation. You got from Bobby Shmurda, Pop Smoke, Young M.A., Designer, Fabio Foreign.
Something about that Brooklyn, man. It's something.
So
in that water out there, man, because they keep producing blacknificence out there. You heard?
That's what. So you gotta think as far as Harlem, we gotta work twice as hard because we have our Curtis Blows, we got our Kumo D's, we got but after that it was a gap, and then we gotta get. Then it's after those guys come, we don't get somebody else until Mace.
Yeah, I mean, after Mace, came Cam. You know what I mean? With the Let Me Know.
You know
I
what
don't
I'm
know
saying?
if people gonna remember that single. Let me know.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
then
So
years down the line, Rockefeller came out with the Dipset, and
so
Dipset been they've been popping for a minute.
for sure.
I know Jewel just dropped a new record.
Nah, yeah, for
That
sure.
shit fire, nigga.
But think about it though, like overall, right? Overall, that's still only 5 guys now, like all together from the Kumo D's and the Curtis Blow and then the Dips. That's 5. Then you got ASAP Rocky and ASAP Ferg. That makes 7.
Right.
And then Dave East, which makes 8. That's 8 rappers.
And you next up the bat. You about to be 9, nigga.
I'm about to be 9.
And Rich Ice about to be 10, bro.
Hold on, I can't. God bless his soul. I can't forget about Black Rob. He was there. We can't forget about Big L, and we can't forget about G Dep and Loon.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So all together, that's still 10. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So that's why I really be having to work twice as hard because like I feel like outcast at the Source Awards. Like I feel like, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, you shouldn't feel like that, man.
I feel like Harlem got something to say. You know what I mean?
Right.
I feel like Harlem got something to say. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But yeah, because of course, as far as like culture is concerned, yes, we are a big staple as far as just Black culture, just when it comes to like the Apollo and just Style Alone and Dapper Dan, and you got to think like Malcolm X, and then you got to think of all the big hustlers that came out of there. So yes, culturally, we are huge.
Like Rich Porter, you know what I mean?
Rich Porter. You know, you got Al Poe. You got people like you got Fritz. You got it's like big hall of people in there. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got ball players that came out. You got some ball players that came out of Harlem as well. But it's like I just want to translate that with the music. You know what I'm saying? I want to translate that with the music. You know what I'm saying? Of course we had dope DJs. We definitely had people from K Slade to my pops to DJ Hollywood, and then you got Spazzo. You got so DJs. We had that covered too. It's just we don't have a lot of rappers. So that's what I want to try to do. Well, I'm gonna do, which is kick down that floodgate for a lot of Harlem artists, East Side and West Side.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And that's me personally.
Man, you got this, man. It's only a matter of time, now, man.
Yeah,
now, my next question for you is like, what are some of the heavyweights from in the game you worked with behind the scenes? I know you don't work with a few of them.
Okay, so I did songs with DJ Khaled. I did songs with Troy Ave. I did songs with Jim. People know Jim. People know I did songs with East. I did a song with Jay Mills years ago. I did a song with Vado recently. Me and Meek Mill did a record with each other, and like
that was way back though, right?
Yeah, that was like 2011.
Yeah.
Me and Uncle Murder did something years ago. I just never put it out. He been rocking with me. Oh, me and Styles P did something years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
A lot of heavy with it. Like a lot of heavy hitters you don't work with, man. You doing your thing out here, man.
Hey, man, listen, I just try to I'm just trying to continue making sure they respect me, because they know I told all of them, like, I'm coming, and when I get there, I'm really coming to, when I get on songs with niggas, I'm coming to lead people. I'm coming to let people. I'm coming to leave people on tracks. That's what I'm coming to do that when it gets to that standpoint. I'm definitely coming. I told Hov to his face that I'm coming for his crown. So like,
oh man, you might get my channel flagged for this.
Nah, he won that though. He won that.
I'm kidding, man. I'm kidding.
I'm coming though. That's that's my goat. So that's why I'm really coming for his
Word
crown.
out.
I feel like he left, no pun intended, he left the blueprint for people to become successful and to come take this crown. I just think in New York, in the game period, I think people feel like it's impossible. You probably not gonna be another. It's probably never gonna be another JayZ, but he gave you the blueprint to either become somewhat of that same status, or if not bigger. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, no, honestly, like Rockefeller, they definitely displayed on how to get it. You know what I mean? On your own. You know what I mean? Like you see the blueprint from Streets is Watching all the way down to the blueprint. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro. Even down to how he handles, media. Like you know what I'm saying? Like as far as not engaging and going back and forth with media when they try to do negativity. Like if you want to hear Hov's response to the media, you gotta listen to a Hov record or a Hov
Right. It was always that indirect type
like
style.
That's how he handled it. Like to the point where now in today's time, he ain't on Instagram talking about it. You'll hear him saying on a record, and then that's when he says it on a record. The world stops. Because anything that you wanted to hear from Hov, as far as a response to whatever that was happening about him in the media, he'll answer in these verses.
Word.
And that's how I'm gonna apply things. Like I'm not gonna be, if anything happens with me, God forbid, that's negative in the media, I'm responding via music. Now the new generation gonna look at it like, oh, he clout chasing. But no, I ain't clout chasing. They was clout chasing trying to use my name for clickbait. I'm just answering. And and I'm answering the best way I know how, through music.
Yeah, I understand.
That's how I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it like Hov, because no, I just know that that's the narrative. Because I seen when Tory Lanez tried to do it, they tried to make it look like it was clout chasing when he was speaking on his behalf of when it came to the him and Megan situation. He only spoke about it via on music first. And people tried to look at it like, you know what I mean, someone clout chasing. But I didn't look at it like that. I'm like, yo, bro, he's an artist. And instead of gossiping, he decided to address any bad press through music. I don't see the wrong in that.
Yeah, me either. You know what I mean? But people were always, back then, people were anticipating to wait on, you know what I mean, one of those indirect hit that come from Jay. You know what I
mean? Yeah, for sure.
You know? And one of his favorite lines, his indirect hits, was on 50. And 50 said, yo, he celebrated that day when he
I remember that
line on thing. He's like, yo, I done made it.
he's like, I didn't even know 20,000 people knew who 50 Cent was. Like and stuff like that be real, like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? It's like and Hov, but that's the fact that he respected the record though. Like he told 50, like, yo, I don't like that record you got. I love that record you got. He said, but you know I gotta get you. You know what I mean? Right, yeah. And 50 was like, do your thing. He ain't know he meant that night right then and there. Like what he told me. Yeah. Like when he said, you know I gotta get you, he didn't know. Yeah, when I get on this stage, I'm about to get at you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
word out.
So, like, even stuff like that, it's stuff like that. Of course, we're not gonna get that type of energy in today's era because, you know, a lot of everybody just want to be too tough. So it's like they don't.
Yeah, it's like now it's like
they don't want that competitive like type of vibe. But I understand it. You know why? Because a lot of these
I think what changed that is
ain't skilled. They ain't skilled enough to jump in the booth and go ahead and go back and forth.
Right. Yeah, because times has changed, man. And then with the drill movement, it kind of like
that makes it a little crazy because their disses is a little. They disses is pending crimes, like they're
right.
Like an artist shoot at somebody's block, go to the studio that night. And then say, how come y'all ain't spin back? Like, bro, that case is still pending. It ain't even close.
It just makes it. It doesn't. It takes away the competitiveness of coming up with witty rhymes. Now it's just, it's just straight about, being active and about
I'm cool with that. You know why? Because I'd rather leave the the actual competitive rapping to the rappers. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Who respect the craft enough to want to come with a dope ass like I think the last great rap battle we had publicly was Pusha T and Drake. You know what I mean? But it should have been Meek and Drake the last real major.
Right, but you know what, like, you know, that first round with Meek and Drake, that was like the most buzz. I don't want to say buzz, but it was the most well-known battle for a long time in comparison to like Beanie versus Kiss, the Locks versus.
And the problem with that is Meek, they only holding it to Meek's first record. Drake got two. Drake came out with Charged Up first, right, back to back. Meek only came out with one at that point, and then they said, "Oh, you lost." That's and I looked at that damn near similar to how Jay came with Super Ugly and lost to Ether. They don't use, they didn't do it to like Takeover versus Ether. They did Ether versus Super Ugly, and Jay lost.
Right. I mean, yeah, no, you're right. Because a lot of people will say that Ether was the better record.
The better record. It was on Hot 97 when they declared the win, and it was going up against Ether and Super Ugly, and a lot of people that voted, they didn't like the fact that JayZ was disrespecting Nas' baby moms and all that. I call all of them hypocrites because everybody sings "Hit 'Em Up."
Right. Nah, that's that Pac joint. That was pretty brutal. Real brutal.
And that's my whole thing. Like, if y'all are going to accept this, 4 years later shouldn't be a difference.
Right. Well, you know, people cherry pick on certain things, man. Certain names, you know what I mean? We don't need to get into all that.
Yeah. I just don't think that if that's the case, then we should appreciate Hit 'Em Up the way we do. What we do. So that's my whole thing of that. But it don't matter. Jay lost the battle. Nas got the battle. It is what it is. But it was still, of course, they don't highlight the other rounds. They don't highlight the other records like Blueprint 2 and Last Real and Live. They only talk about Ether, Takeover. They don't talk about H to the Izzo, M to the Izzo. They don't talk about Takeover. They don't talk about, like, they've been dissing each other.
Right, you know right.
Now, which made it now Meek and Drake's situation. It was a learning experience to let us know where we was at in the rap game. Like as far as like ghostwriting references being shown and stuff like that, things like that wouldn't have worked in Drake's favor if this was a certain time frame.
Right. You know no, you're right. Yeah.
So
you're definitely right about that. Yeah.
So you know what I mean? I think just to fast forward and stay on topic, I just think we should just leave the competitive rapping to the rappers.
Right. You know, the ones that's nice, you know?
Yeah, the ones
not that nobody
nice,
else is nice. It's just that it takes a particular style.
Exactly. Yeah. Drake took that serious. He gave us a diss, and the artwork was a chess piece. Same thing with Pusha T in their battle. When Pusha T dissed him, he gave him a dope ass diss. And the artwork was like, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that was like the things that I grew up on back in the day, like the things that I loved when it came to competitive diss raps. So I'd rather leave that to the skillful rappers. When I get in, I hope somebody with a large level of clout diss me, because if somebody of a low level clout diss me, I'm just gonna make fun of you. I ain't even dissing you back. But if you somebody nice and like you got everything to lose out of this, just like me, I can't wait to do you filthy.
That's how you supposed to do it. You gotta hold that competitive spirit, man. Nah, man.
Yeah, and I'm coming like 50. I'm gonna be nice and I'm trolling you.
Man,
you're gonna get a fire diss and I'm trolling you.
Yo, that's something to see. You know what I mean? I would like to see that. You know what I mean?
Real
Now,
talk. So
yo, the game has switched up like crazy.
yeah,
Back then, the rap game was a great marketing vehicle to get like endorsements and acting gigs and all that.
yeah.
What are your thoughts about the game still being a good marketing vehicle? And another question on top of that, like you seem like you could do some acting, like sometimes in the future. Do you think you do a few sitcoms, man? Yo, talk to me.
Well, to be honest, yeah. To answer the first question, yes, I do think the market. I do think music can definitely propel a lot of people to do a lot of amazing things. For example, J. Cole is J. Cole, which helped him be able to play overseas basketball. You got Joey Badass, but which helped him to be unique in power.
Yeah, and he's doing a great job playing that unique.
Absolutely. Yeah. So what I mean, it's definitely still something. And for me personally, yes, I do. I will. You will see me. You will see me acting. I'm on YouTube right now on my ICN YouTube channel. I do have my own movie that I did in 2018. I did like my own type of Get Rich or Die Trying vibe for myself. Like it's loosely based on my life. It's called Love Me Now Before You All Love Me. And it's a whole movie where I did some acting and stuff like that. So, I definitely will be hitting the big screen. You know what I mean? I will be doing some stuff like that as well.
Word up, because man, you already got the aura. You know what I mean? The aura's there, the image, all of that. And you from Harlem.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Swag 1,000, you heard?
100%, you feel me?
Straight out.
100%.
Now, yo, there's another record. Well, it's not really a record. It's a freestyle. It's called Hour On. Like, where did you get the inspiration to make that freestyle?
Oh, the Move On joint, the recent joint that I just dropped. That's Puff joint. So I'm back. I'm back in my freestyle bag. I'm actually about to go to the studio in a few minutes and drop another freestyle on everybody's head top. So I'm back in that bag. I'm in that bag right now. I'm gearing up for my project.
You know how Flex doing right now. He's challenging niggas to make more records.
Yeah, I got so many like actual quality records. It's like I'm waiting for Flex to challenge somebody like me. He don't and Flex is one of my key supporting DJs too. He's been supporting me, but Flex it's endless records over here. If he challenged me, what's today? Wednesday. If he challenged me today, he'll get records by tomorrow.
Yo, you don't play. You on it.
Yeah. I really would just say, yo, send me your email and send him 3 and just tell him you choose. So it really won't even be the next day. It'd be within the next hour. I'll be like, once he challenged me, I'm like, send me your email. I'm going to send you 3. You choose.
Rolled out. And I know you got like smash records on a hidden box somewhere.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean?
Man, that's an understatement. That's an understatement. We talking about like countless of records right here. These is records and beats, songs and beats. So
your work ethic is impeccable, young man.
I appreciate that. Like to the point where they need to have this energy. Like right after this interview, I'm going to the studio. That's my day. That's what my day is like today. You feel me?
Word out. Yo, the next question I got for you, right? Like, as far as like in the battle rap scene, like, are you into the battle rap? And if you are, who's your favorite battle rapper?
I'm a huge fan of battle rap. I would never do it, but I'm a huge fan. Like I can't say I would never do it. I wouldn't do it like this. I would wait till like I'm super on and challenge one of the biggest rappers and tell them jump in the URL with me. Jump in URL with me real quick. I'm like, I got $1 million. You put up $1 million. Let's jump in this URL ring real quick. And let's, you know what I'm saying? Let's
get it in.
Man. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But the battle rappers, them dudes, I wouldn't battle them. They too dangerous. Too dangerous. Some of the best rappers in the world. But that's just them now. Now if we all on beat and we rapping, ciphering, oh yeah, I'm doing all that. I'm with y'all. We can do all that. I'm lyrically there. You know what I'm saying? But when we talking about the battle rap scene and you got it, we talking about having those punches, knowing when to pause, knowing when to have the crowd control. All of that stuff is a lot. That's not easy to do. But I'm a huge fan of battle rap.
Who's your favorite battle rapper you like?
My favorite battle rapper, battle rapper is Sue Surf. That's like my new Murder Mook for me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Mook is of course Mook, Rex, those, you know what I mean, K-Shine, Charlie Clips, Lux, those like my goats, you know what I'm saying? Like
right.
Like as far as like my Harlem goats, but it's like as far as like my favorite battle rappers, Surf is my favorite because Surf, not only I watch Surf come in this battle rapping thing and just be dope and then really take things to a lot of things to the next level, and he's doing well with music, which is something not many can say.
Right. Those records that's circulating in Jersey right now.
Like we talking about, we talking about he's about to battle this weekend. He's about to battle on Saturday, and he performs at Rolling Loud on Sunday. I don't think nobody does.
I didn't know he had a battle coming. Who's he battling?
He's battling JC.
The short light skinned dude.
Yeah. JC had just won. He just won a battle at Nome for 100,000. So
man, he got 100 bands for that. Yo, congratulations to that nigga, man.
Yeah, word. So you know,
he get to the bag, man.
Absolutely. So you know, now Surf want to battle him. Now, so it's Surf. I love Surf. I love my new favorite right now is Easy the Block Captain. That's my new favorite right now.
Okay.
He's killing right now. That's my new favorite. I like Easy.
Word.
I love Surf and Hitman are like my two favorites.
Hitman Holla, yo, I ain't gonna front. I enjoy watching his old battles, man.
What?
I mean,
yes, he was my favorite.
Man, like
he was my favorite at a point in time, and Surf was number 2 until they battled. And then
but that was a decent battle though. Him,
classic. I was in there, couldn't choose until the last round. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was that last round that deciding factor for me. Like you know what I'm saying? Those were my two favorites on one where it's like, I couldn't tell who I like more because they both was just killing equally.
Well, they was bringing the heat,
yeah. Bro, I love both of them. Like Hitman was more my favorite, I think, in the beginning because I think out the gate he was a little more like, I don't know, like he was just a little more powerful.
Yeah, and yo, let's not mention the replay stage act with it.
Yeah, that's the performance level. See, and this the thing, right?
That's one of my favorite things what Hitman Holla does is the replay joint. I'd be like, yo, damn. Like, can't nobody do it like he do it?
Bro, I thought nobody could, because you gotta think, like, I'm thinking that before Surf, I'm thinking nobody could perform better than Hitman Holla. Even till right now, I still don't think Surf can, like, perform better on the stage when they battle rapping than Hitman Holla. But Surf is a very, 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 very great performer on that stage. That's something that JC gonna have to deal with this weekend is the performance factor because that's a big stage.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, JC is more of a pen. He got bars.
Yeah. His pen game is mean. I can't even front on that.
So it's really like how are you gonna get past Surf's star power and how he controls the room and his performance. That's what I'm interested in seeing how JC is gonna handle all that. Now I got those two. My other favorites is Tay Rock, of course. Tay Rock is like,
yeah, I like Tay Rock too.
Tay Rock is just amazing. I already said Clips. I think Clips is amazing.
The gun bar king.
Yeah.
He be having some joints. You be like, yo,
I love Arsenal. I think Arsenal's amazing. Arsenal's like on my
yo,
level.
that's another battle rapper that can make some records.
Yes, he can make records.
He can make some records now.
He can make some records. Yes. Yeah. He can make records. Actually, you know, so crazy. Like he's one of them few that I feel like that battle rap that can make records.
That can do that. Yeah.
Him, Surf. I like I be liking a lot of the records that Lux does, but I just know the position he play. Unless he wants to be where like a TDE is, like on a Kendrick tip, which I think he could be.
Right.
It's how he's gonna have to deliver that music, because people like myself, like the fan base that's like me, they not gonna want to listen to Lux. They'll rather listen to Surf music.
Yeah, because Lux, not to say that Sue Surf bars isn't intricate.
But I get what you're saying. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And which is true. Like,
because you know, Lux, he too deep with it. You know what I mean? A salute to Lux. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Lux can get like very intricate to the point where he may lose us. You know what I'm saying? You gotta rewind Lux a lot. You know what I'm saying? Even in battles.
Yeah, to catch the you know what I mean, the punchlines. Yeah.
Even in battles, you have to you know what I mean, keep up with them.
Nah, man.
But those are I'm a huge fan of battle rap. That's something like if I'm going through a tough day, I can sit there and watch that all day.
Yo, me too.
But what it does for me, it also, because I'm so skilled of a lyricist, like I'll be having to like make sure when I'm saying certain lines that some of my favorites ain't say it yet. You know what I'm saying? And stuff.
Yeah.
Because I'm on that type of creativity when it comes to putting these bars together on these beats. That's what I'll be trying to do.
Yeah.
So I'll be feeling like my real only competition skill-wise be guys like them. As far as like the bars and the metaphors, like, you know what I'm saying? It'd be guys like them. And that's who I'll be trying to, like, you know what I mean? My lines, I'll be trying to impress people like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I already know the acceptance level of today's fans of my bars is going to be easy. I can say little to nothing. It could be a punchline, but to me, it's a slap. It's like a little jab. For today, it's a hard bar.
Right. No, I see where you're coming from. You know what I mean?
So yeah, like it's so crazy. Like some of the records, I might have went in the booth and just did that shit off the head, and to the average listener, they be like, yo, S went crazy. It's because the acceptance level is a little lower than, you know what I mean, than it usually would be, because the skill level ain't that high.
Right.
So if I say a bar that's light to me, it might be heavy to them. I know it's light to some of the heavy spitters though. But I don't play that when it comes to them. When it comes to them, I go crazy.
You go crazy, yeah. No, it's only right, you know what I mean? Yeah. Yo, you seem like a real genuine dude or a real good dude. Do you think sometime in the future you're gonna start like a non-profit organization for the youth?
Actually, I have something called ICYs, I Celebrate Youth. It's my own little campaign where I do give back things and stuff like that under that name, because I be feeling like sometimes I don't be wanting to do like those type of events and have the icy gang imprint to it, just because of the gang line, just because of the word gang and stuff like that. Might turn people off. So for those type of stuff, the campaign is it's still ICY, so it's still icy, but it stands for something now. It's I Celebrate Youth. And I've done a few give backs. I just did an event with my man Fly Ty. Did an event with his sister, basically just talking about, just highlighting people doing false police reports and stuff like that.
Okay. Word.
So I definitely be in that type of stuff. And you will see more of that coming from me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I'm working on I'm working on a children's book. I'm trying to
For
drop that
real?
either. Yeah, I'm
Yo,
trying
I
to work.
noticed that people hopping in that lane. There must be some money in that, cause
I don't know. For me, I just was like, yo, I know I have certain records that can go wonderful for the kids,
right.
and you know, I'm still tapped into the Light Feet movement. So I would love to I would love to have these records attached to this book to give off to the kids. You know what I'm saying? You know
Word
what I mean?
out, word
So
out. That's dope. That's
yeah,
dope.
so that's the type of vibe I'm trying to do. I just want, like, again, I'm trying to give everybody a favorite SnS record. It don't matter what age, what ethnicity, nothing. I'm trying to give everybody that. So kids gonna love the Love Come Down type of records from me.
Word
The
out.
older heads, like maybe like 60, 70, they might love those type of records from me as well. You know, the teenagers to the 20s and 30s, they gonna love the records that I do now. Like the teenagers gonna love my drill and Jersey type of vibes. The 25 and older is gonna love all the bars and stuff that I already do and club
Word
records.
out.
So you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just try to give everybody a favorite record from me.
That's dope. That's dope. And I wish the general public can see the goodness that you do for the youth, man. Know what I
Yeah,
mean? Because
yeah. I was in the
rappers man,
beginning.
they
I
get a,
didn't
you
want
know
to
what I mean?
document it, but now I didn't care to document it. But I definitely am. Like it was one of those. I felt like it was one of those you had to be there type of things. But I definitely want to document it. I'm definitely going to start
Yo, you know what
documenting.
you should start doing? I know you got a YouTube channel. I think you should start using your YouTube channel and start documenting those type of events when you're giving
Yeah,
back to the community. So like different genre of people can see the different side of you. Know what I mean?
yeah, like vlogs and vlogs for that type of stuff. Yes, absolutely,
Yeah.
for sure, definitely.
I think that'd be dope, man. Know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, definitely. I definitely plan on doing. I definitely plan on doing that. You know what I mean? Documenting more of these things for the youth and stuff like that. Like for example, October 23rd, I put together the first ever Life It Awards. That'll be happening so
Okay.
the youth will be popping out to that. That's gonna be one of those joints where I definitely will be documenting because that's gonna be like one of my proudest moments, just like as a New Yorker and putting that together for the culture.
Word out. Word out.
Yeah.
Now, yo, it's so Harlem. I ain't see you riding no dirt bikes, but I need to know. You be on it? Cause I be on it too, nigga.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't be on them shit.
What?
I used to be on them, but I don't because
What? Oh, you
I'm
could have fooled
clumsy.
me, man.
Because I'm clumsy, and I know I've seen how people get injured off those. So I'll be shaky.
Nah, you can't
Now,
be scared of that. I be on it, my nigga.
four wheelers, ATVs, I'm on those.
Okay. So you more of a 4-wheeler type. I
Yeah, I'm
got
more
you.
of a four wheeler, but a regular
Right.
dirt bike, oh no.
Yo, my next question for you, right? What are your thoughts of PNB getting bodied, and do you think his chick lined him up? Because that's the word on the streets right
Yeah.
now. Niggas is
I
thinking
don't
that
think his
his
chick
girl
lined
lined
him
him
up at
up.
all. Like I don't think his chick lined him. I just think that was one of those cases. It's an unfortunate situation. Why? Because like I was a big PNB Rock fan. Like I put my whole block on the PNB Rock early before he got his deal signed and all that. So like
Word up.
I've been rocking since PNB Rock since my city needs something. So I've been rocking with PNB Rock for a minute. I just think it was one of those situations where it's like he in the West, man. I wouldn't have
Right.
went to no place like that, especially in Roscoe's in the hood with no security. I just wouldn't have did it. You know what I'm saying? That's just something that I don't think he should have did. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
because the word is right that particular Roscoe's where he got bodied or whatever. Like they say, like yo, like nobody really sits down and eat there because they know the temperature what time. You know what I mean? The wolves
It's
be on
just
out
period in LA. People be trying. You know what it be? People hear so many stories about LA. I'm not saying this is PNB Rock's mindset, but I just think this is people's mindset. Period. A lot of people's mindset. Period. People hear so many stories about how it is in LA. They ego makes them be like, man, I ain't scared of none of that, and just feel like they super tough, and then go out there in LA and just move however they want to move.
there. Right.
That's one of the dumbest mindsets to ever have, because this is somebody else's area, and you don't walk in nobody's carpet with your shoes on, and walk in nobody's crib with that type of disrespect. They'll kick you out. And that's just that. You know what I mean? This is the West Coast. You like, come on, how many movies y'all seen? How many movies y'all seen imitate their real lifestyle? Because that's their real lifestyle.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So you're right. Yeah.
So how many movies y'all people seen and grew up on that imitate their real lifestyle, bro? So therefore, y'all know how they are out there, and they don't got no pics. It ain't about no East Coast, West Coast thing. Nip died in front of his store. Ain't no pics.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They ain't got no pics, bro. It's no pics for that. It's about you need to protect yourself. If you rich, you should be having security regardless. I don't want to hear none of that. You too tough and you think none of that. That's a place where people die at. If Nick died in his own state, in his own neighborhood, what you think they'd do to you?
In front of his business too.
In front of his business, in front of a place that he worked so hard to get money up for. And he done been arrested in front of that spot a few times. All of that. Got money up for to buy that whole complex, to lose his life in front of that place. If you think they'll do that to him, what you think they'll do to you that's not from there?
Yo, I mean,
you feel me? Protect yourself. And that's what it really is.
I think, and it goes back to the persona within the industry. You know what I mean? They project and, they influence young heads to move a certain direction, But
I believe it to a certain extent, like, cause I feel like the industry only gonna push with the general public love and support.
Right.
You feel me? If they don't see no money in that, they ain't gonna push it. So I understand why people love to just blame it on, like, the industry and the powers that be. I just think it's an easier way not to take self accountability as a collective, as people, as that understand that, yes, how about some of the stuff that we talk about, bring that type of stuff on, although it's our real life. You know what I'm saying? This is our real life. This is
right.
But some of these people, it's not their real life. Some of these rappers look at that, see them getting popular off of it, and feel like this is what I gotta talk about in order to get riches like them.
Right.
And you know what I mean? At that point, you welcome on that type of stuff. But if there's one thing, Drake, J. Cole, Kendrick, Wale, Chance the Rapper, Cordae, I can keep going, a list of rappers who are themselves. You can be yourself.
Right.
You don't have to be a tough Tony street rapper. Not everybody everybody comes for the streets, but not everybody was outside. Some people was in the sidewalk. You don't have to talk about what went on over here. You feel me? Like I speak on the streets because I come from it, and I give everybody the consequences that come from it, because I think that was something that was missing when I was coming up. The consequences. Only people that was giving that to me lyrically was 50, Hove, and people like that. You know what I'm saying? But the consequences don't, like Meek, Dirk, some of those guys give you the consequences. It's just the listeners choose to only focus on half of what they talking about.
Right.
And that's not up to us to pacify the listeners, to tell them, hey, don't do what we do. Come on, bro. It's been a parental advisory sticker on these albums forever, bro. And we've been ignoring it. I don't want to keep pointing the fingers at the rappers or the powers that be. We need to point the fingers at the listeners. If you stop listening to it, then it stops selling.
Yeah, no, you're right about that. Because
again, the government is only going to make money.
It's like this, man.
The government only going to make money off of stuff that they see us buying into anyway. I feel like if it.
Hold on. Let me just say this, SnS, right? People are more prone to be gravitated towards negative shit. I mean,
I agree.
Like, and anything with positivity, it's not going to get a lot of circuit or play. I mean,
It's so, so crazy though. It's like I would believe that if I never heard of Kanye West, if I never heard of Drake, if I never heard of Common Sense, if I never heard of some of these successful artists that were themselves.
Right.
Literally, the richest rapper in the world right now made Jesus Walks.
Yeah. Yeah.
We talking about a rapper that has $6 billion to his name. He made the song called Jesus Walks and said that on the verse that me talking about God might take away from my spins, but I hope it takes away from my sins. On that same song, something that none of these rappers was talking about.
Yeah. That's only one though.
No,
that's an anomaly.
Hold on, but this is my point though. Like, why don't nobody want to stand up and try to go and do what he did? I can't even say, like, they might not talk about I'm just saying in the sense of just being yourself. Like Drake came in the game, he wasn't talking about no street stuff. You know what I mean? He came in the game, though. He got in. Chance the Rapper don't talk about that at all. He got down there just as much Grammys as Kendrick Lamar. This man, Kendrick got more Grammys than Drake.
Yeah.
It's just hard for me to say that. You know what I'm saying? Yes, a lot of people support the ignorance over anything, but it's examples of people that was themselves, and they just happen to be some of the most successful rappers.
Word.
It ain't too many rappers that's worth over 100 million records, that worth over $100 million that sold crap. It ain't too many.
Yeah, you're right about that.
It's only a handful.
Yeah.
That, you feel me? Kanye West a billionaire. He ain't sell no crap.
Yeah. You
feel me?
No, I see where you're coming from.
Drake got 100 million. He ain't sell no crap. Kendrick Lamar got $40 million on the Forbes. He ain't sell no crap.
Yeah.
J. Cole got $30 million and he on the Forbes. That boy ain't sell no crap.
Wow. Okay. I feel where you're coming from with that. All right. I guess I could feel you from that perspective.
It's us as people. We see certain artists get on by what they're doing, and we want to emulate that and I'm saying we as the color of our skin. We.
Right.
Not me, because I'm being myself. From my whole time on of rapping, I only talk about, and as a teenager, I was going to nothing but parties, so I only made party music.
Right.
When I stopped going to parties and I realized life wasn't one big party, and I started really going through stuff like after a party, I got shot at, and which made me not go to parties like that and stay more in my neighborhood, which wound up making me do other things that I ain't proud of. But I speak on it. I speak on the consequences that came from it and everything around it. You know what I'm saying? But if that wasn't your life, then you need to talk about the ups and downs in your life, because it don't make you a real one because you sold drugs. I sold drugs before, but I'm just saying it doesn't make you a real one because you did.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You a real one when you yourself and you're 100% yourself. That's when you a real one to me.
Word up. No, I feel you on that. I mean, and all this positivity that you're talking about right now, my next question for you is, when it comes to a higher power, what do you subscribe to?
To be honest, I don't believe in like. I would be lying to say I don't believe in like religion. I believe in more. So I'm more spiritual than religious, but I would say Jesus Christ. I would say Jesus Christ. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I'm more so spiritual than religious though. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I believe in God wholeheartedly. You know what I'm saying? It's plenty of times where I'm like, this ain't luck right here. This was God.
Word up. I respect that.
Yeah, 100%. I try to like, I try to even to my rapper friends and my peers, like I be telling them like, yo, make sure you pray. Make sure that's the type of stuff that I be telling them like behind closed doors, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you pray, even because people that I looked at, like people like Troy Ave and stuff like that, he done said it in his raps a few times, like, yo, don't just pray when it's bad. Don't pray when it go bad. Pray when it's good too. Pray when God give you that new jewelry, or that new this, or that when you reach a new level in life, you pray to God then too. Like, you know what I'm saying? So those type of words from him, I always looked up to. I always loved his slogan, God is great and the paper straight. I love that. You know what I'm saying? So like even to myself, like I have wrote, which I'll be recording really soon. I wrote my own gospel.
Okay.
Yeah, I told you I'm trying to give everybody a favorite SnS record, but mean it. Like, it's not one of those where it's like I'm just doing it to do it. Of course, it's records like it's my version of, like, for example, like 50 had a song called God Gave Me Style on the Massacre. It was something for his grandmother to love because she can't love all that other type of music that he gave.
Right.
This record is something like that for my family, and something to say, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A trophy for them to do, like, yo, I can listen to this every day. My great grandma, my grandmas can listen to this every day and be like, my grandson made this. You know what I'm saying?
Word out.
So, you know, that's one of those. That's something I'm proud to say I'm doing. Like, again, like I'm big on God, bro. I pray, bro, and
Likewise.
you know what I'm saying? And I should be praying more than I already pray, to be honest.
Word out. Yo, my next question is for you, right? Like, yo, when you're not out trying to chase the bag, what do you do for recreation?
Watch battle rap.
Word up.
Watch battle rap. I ain't gonna lie. I pay $7.99 a month for the URL app.
Word
You know
up.
what I'm saying? For recreation, I watch battle rap. To God, you know what I'm saying?
Word out. Yo, do you think sometime in the future that you will come out with a battle rap league yourself?
I honestly would rather just try to do business with Smack. I'm such a fan of the URL and how far they came. I would probably try to do something with Smack, or to make it, or do something to where it's like I could do a league under them where they could do some type of talent searching to go to the URL type of something like that. Because, like, I look at URL like the NBA. So I wouldn't want to make a league to, like,
but I noticed that there's like so many different leagues now.
No, yeah, there are. You know what I'm saying? There's RBE, there's the Riot.
I can't front though. I'm not dissing those other leagues, but it's not the same if it's not
URL.
I don't know, just something about when Smack does it, man. It's just
you just get the realness you just get the realness, and the fans is like, although the fans become sometimes biased in the URL crowd, because the URL crowd damn near, it's hard. It's kind of like this fan base where it's like, in the URL crowd, majority of them really only want to hear gun bars. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it hurts people like Loaded Lux. It hurts people like It makes people like DNA. Like, I think DNA is a dope rapper. I'm not a big fan of DNA as far as a battle rapper, because he don't be himself. Like, I be feeling like, you know what I'm saying? I feel when he talks about guns, when you know that's not yourself, and he brings it back into, he start talking about guns, I don't like it. I feel like now you feel like you have to talk about guns to get a certain reaction of people.
Right.
You know what I mean? That half of that is your fault because you could just be yourself, but half of that is the URL fans' fault.
Yes, the consumer, because the consumer want to hear gun bars.
Because they just won't want to hear gun bars. Even people that never toted guns, and it just starts sounding corny to me. That's why people don't like the term when they say people like my guy Geechee, who's also one of my favorites.
Geechee Gotti, yo.
Yeah, they hate when
yo, he's on my top 5 battle rappers list, man.
Top 5 too. He's my
yo,
top 5 too.
that nigga's crazy nice. Shout out to Geechee Gotti. I gotta get you on here.
Shout out to Geechee Gotti, 100%, man, 100%. Like it. That's why people like Geechee Gotti be hurting rappers' feelings, because they be like, yo, some of these rappers hate the fact of, yo, he got believability. He got believability because we believe him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We believe him. We see where he come from. We believe him. You're a gang member. And I know there's gang members that may be soft, but in the West, the softest gang member put the hurting on any other person out here.
I mean, I don't want to say all that, you know what I mean? But I understand.
We're not tough. I'm saying the softest gang member out there still got
they live with it.
Stuff outside of there because in the West, they just don't play that.
Yeah, they live with it.
So it's like it's a believability factor regardless in the West because it's just, you know what I'm saying, as a gang member, and he from Compton.
Yeah.
If he was faking about who he was, bro, he'd have got exposed a long time ago.
Yeah. Salute to Geechee Gotti, man.
Salute to Geechee Gotti.
Definitely on my top.
So certain battle rappers be hating that. They be hating it's like, oh, he got believability. Yes, because when he says certain street stuff, we believe him. Versus when you say it, because there's too many people toting guns in their raps and battle rap, and I don't believe all y'all.
Yeah, I mean, they still nice though.
Yeah, he's still nice, but just be nice doing something else. That's why I love Lux.
Yeah, because Lux he be on it. Like he be talking about
street stuff when he
history and science and shit like that.
The first load of Lux, he was talking a lot of street stuff. He got better. He got nicer. He realized I ain't got to talk that to still be nice. And he never did it again. Mook is from the streets, and he don't even be talking street like that. Like, he's so nice. I lie. I do want Mook to go back to being the street rap, the street Mook that I do love, though. He's somebody I really want to go back there because it's like, bro, you're so nice. I don't need another technical rapper out of you and Lux. You technical too now. Now it's both y'all.
Right,
you and Lux. I love Lux for what I love him for. I need you to go back to the Mook that I love. But he's still dangerous. Mook is still nice, and if you play with him, it's still smoke you.
Yo, Lux, he's crazy nice.
Yeah,
nice.
100%.
Yeah, I ain't gonna front. Shout out to Lux too.
Shout out to Lux.
Now, okay, I've read the book Hustle Harder, Hustle Smarter. Yes. That's like one of my favorite books.
Yeah.
Have you read that book? And if so, give me the breakdown with the thoughts. You haven't read it yet?
I never read Hustle Harder, Hustle Smarter from 50. I only read From Pieces to Weight.
Yo,
this and I read a little bit of 50 as well, but I definitely do want to read Hustle Harder, Hustle Smarter. I ain't gonna lie, man. I gotta literally be either on the flight or on the road to want to read something like that for that long. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, I'm gonna want. I'm gonna want to
be real with you. When I started reading that book, I finished the whole book in one day. That's how good it is. Yeah, that's how good it is, man. Real good book. Shout out to Fifth for sharing his words of wisdom in that book, man, because he expounded on a lot of stuff from the deals that he was getting, the people that he was working with. Like, for example, right? I don't want to spoil for you, but I'm gonna talk about that once. Yo, salute to you, Cash. Say I see you in the building, straight Cash. I see you in the building. You heard? Yo, you know how he was working with Shy Money XL before he got his deal with Interscope or whatever, right?
Yeah.
All right. So a lot of the recording stuff that he was doing was in his crib, right? So when the deal came about before he blew, like, because Shy Money wasn't expecting him to blow like that, Fifth was like, yo, I think this is not the exact number, but I'm just going to throw out a number so you guys can understand the concept of what Fifth was talking about. We'll say Fifth offered him.
Oh, for the Shy Money, for the GUnit situation.
Right, yo, hold on.
Yeah, so I know the story.
Yo, he offered him like a 0.5
he offered
for publishing. For the publishing, right?
And he just chose the
to get the cash.
To get the big bag up front.
Yeah.
And because he didn't know. No one knew.
He didn't know that album was for the blow. So Fifth was like, damn, you charge me for this and that? He's like, yo, you sure you just want the 100 bands? He's like, yo, I'll take the 100 bands. Right? Fast forward, the album, sold, I think, like 10 million. It shit went diamond.
11 million worldwide.
Yo, he would have got if he would have took the publishing, the 0.5%, whatever percentage that he was supposed to get off the publishing, he would have made about, I think, like 1.5 mil just off that.
Easy. But
just off that.
You wanted 100,000 plus more money for Yayo, Banks, and Buck. Cool. Yep. Take this upfront money, and I'm gonna double that money when I sell this 11 million. What are you talking about?
He was talking about how to, like if somebody gave you $1 million, what would you do with it? Fifth was like, yo, I'll take that $1 million, go to a different bank and borrow another $1 million. I mean, he was just dropping jewels on the joint. I mean,
yeah, he was. I gotta read that because I ain't gonna lie. Some of those stories I did hear about. Yeah, some stories I definitely did hear about.
Word out.
Yeah, to answer the question in the comments, yes, DJ SnS is my father. I see. Sweet Lady had asked, does he know DJ SnS? He has his name. Yes, DJ SnS is my father.
Yeah. Like father, like sons, living legends.
Yeah. I had to just. I ain't speak about it, but I seen. But it was just funny how she said, "Does he know DJ SnS? He has his name."
Yeah, she don't mean no harm by that, man.
No. I love that. I love that. We ain't talk about him at all. So that, you know what I'm saying? That's that. You know what I mean? That's something that I like. I enjoy. I like that, honestly. You know what I'm saying? Because what that shows. That's one of the stigmas on me anyway. You know what I mean? As far as like, they think a lot of this hard work came from like him. They think he just snapped his fingers and made stuff happen for me. I wish it was that easy.
Yeah, but I mean, you're making a way for yourself, man. You're forging your own destiny, man, and I commend you for doing that. I mean,
I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. I mean, we just coming from two different worlds. Like, I mean, like he a DJ, you know what I'm saying? I'm an MC, you know what I'm saying? So like of course I know he done seen rappers like me coming. I mean, rappers like me or rappers period just come and go. But it's like it's different when you standing in the shoes of an artist versus you being a DJ. They both have they challenges and stuff like that. So I'm not gonna say one is harder than the other. To be honest, I honestly think being a dope DJ is harder than being a dope rapper in today's era because I don't have to lyrically be nice to be dope to a lot of the generation in today's time. Versus a DJ, if you ain't talking on that mic and you just playing certain songs, you might and your transition is off. You might become boring to the fans, and it's a good DJ. You still now for good DJ rock that crowd talking on that mic and all that. That's the DJ you want back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but still like being an artist, creating a body of work and things like that, and wanting to go left with dope videos and stuff like that. That's something that where he might not fully understand unless he's doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, shouts to him.
Yo, word up. But yo, I'm gonna cut this interview now. I mean, so much for coming through, man. I got a legend in the building, man. SnS, Icy Gang, I mean.
Thank you for having me, man.
Yo, any last word for the people, man?
Oh, man,
word up,
man. I appreciate y'all for having me. I'm not gonna stop giving good music. I'm not gonna stop. I'm actually on my way to the studio now, so let y'all know the type of artist that I am. And oh man, God is great, man.
That's a fact. He is great.
Yeah, man, God is great, man. Keep God first. And I appreciate you, Rush, for having me and showcasing my genius.
Word up. But yo, man, don't be a stranger, man. Hit me up, man.
Oh, no, for sure, man. We're gonna have to do this again when my project drops. So, you know what I mean?
Word up. Yo, most definitely, man. You come back anytime you want, King. Know what I mean?
Yeah, I appreciate that, big bro. For real shit. I appreciate that.
All right, y'all. It's your boy Rush. Yo, this interview's over. Yo, seek wisdom, practice humility. and remain sucker free. You heard? I'm out.
Yeah.
One.
Yeah.